With us now, Florida Republican Congressman, gubernatorial candidate, friend of the show, Byron Donalds. Good to see you back. As always, sir, thank you. I'm guessing you're hearing this on the trail, aren't you?
Absolutely. Affordability is an issue facing all Americans. And so, as we move into these midterm elections, we are having to remind voters, not just in Florida, but around the country, that the reason why we worked so hard to get the president's signature agenda through Congress last year was to make sure that Americans had extra money in their pocket to make ends meet. This is why we pushed for the largest Social Security tax cut in American history for our seniors who were living on fixed income, wanting to make sure they keep more of those dollars. For our workers, people who are on tip share, we wanted them to have no tax on tips, and for most workers, no tax on overtime, to keep more money in their pocket. And I will also add, the other big thing we did in the president's agenda is that we kept small business taxes low. If we didn't do that last summer, the small business tax rate would have shot up. This is something that every Democrat voted to do. They wanted to see higher taxes on small business owners in our country. We fought hard to keep those taxes low. And so yes, the affordability issues brought to us that the Democrats are a real problem. We've been working hard at this every single day since President Trump came back to get prices down and make sure people have more money in their pocket.
Well, and you hit on a couple of things that are important in Florida: Social Security, small businesses, no taxes on tips, no taxes on overtime. This is President Trump, though, with a little bit of a different message than you just had. Take a listen.
When I see polls on the economy, I should have 150%, not 100%.
I don't think about American financial situation.
You know what I really love? I love the inflation. I don't care about the midterms.
I'm guessing, number one, you don't share some of those feelings, but number two, has you starting to run for governor, is being a Republican now toxic a little bit because of President Trump?
No, not at all. And let's be clear, Leland, even in one of those clips, what the president was talking about is that when he's trying to negotiate with a theocratic dictatorship in Iran, he has to be focused on those negotiations, because it's the Iranians who frankly have been weaponizing the Strait of Hormuz to cause economic pain here in America and around the world. They've been doing that because they want nuclear weapons and they want to continue to wage terror around the globe. And so that's why the Iranians moved to close the Strait of Hormuz. But when it comes to the economy, we got to remember, I think in one of the early clips leading into this segment, a lady said 5 years ago you can go to the store with $100 and it's not that way today. Well, let's remember what happened 5 years ago. 5 years ago, it was Joe Biden and the Democrats, their disastrous economic policy, which created the largest inflation in this country that most people have ever seen in their lives, the biggest inflation spike in more than 50 years in our country, brought by Democrat policy. So for the American people this November going to the polls, the real question is, who is helping you keep more money in your pocket? Who is working to make the economy better versus the people that broke the economy and brought the inflation in the first place? The Democrats broke it. Donald Trump and Republicans are working very hard to fix it. And if you look at our economy since President Trump has come back, wages adjusted for inflation in our country are up. That's a stark difference from where things were under the Democrats when they were in charge.
Politics are about the future. Elections are about the future. How do you transition from being a congressman, and you are one of the president's, I think, most articulate supporters, to running for governor, your own executive job as your own man?
Well, actually, it's actually not too difficult. Number one, Florida, we're the best state in the country. People love our state. The Florida dream is alive and well, and people want to be able to continue to live in our state. We do have to address affordability in Florida. So as governor, we're going to continue to work on insurance to push costs down. Governor DeSantis led the effort for real tort reform in our state. That's beginning to bend the cost curve in property and casualty insurance in our state. But we need to reform the regulatory side. As governor, that's what we're going to do. We think we can push costs down 20 to 25% in the state of Florida. Property tax amendment is now on our ballot this November. Voters will decide on that. Whether it passes or it fails, the one thing that is consistent is we want the voters to have more money in their pocket, but we also are going to study this again next year, have our Tax and Budget Commission come up with a couple of solutions on making sure that property taxes are done away with for seniors on fixed income and working families, with a goal of eliminating homestead property taxes altogether. And when it comes to health care, we have a proposal where we're going to post a real cash price for the top 20 services that are done with hospitals and doctors' offices, because price transparency in healthcare is the way you begin to stabilize these costs. That's what we're going to do in Florida as Florida's next governor. And so this is how, even though I've served my time in Washington, D.C., coming back to lead our state into the future, it's about addressing affordability head on with common sense solutions while also protecting the Florida dream and the Florida way of life. These are cultural phenomena of Florida that our voters love about our state, that our people love about our state, that has been brought to us by common sense conservative leadership from Governor DeSantis and even Governor Scott before him.
All right, Congressman Byron Donalds, good luck 1 week until the primary, and we'll see you back here for the general, all right?
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.